Hi everyone and welcome inside Platt Arena. I'm Logan Hunt, alongside joined by Noah Tobias, and Noah, tonight it's going to be the Foresters taking on the Marian University Knights, and we are expecting a thriller here inside Platt Arena.
Yes, we are. The Foresters are on a 6-game losing streak. They started out 5-0, but all of a sudden the tides turned for the Foresters, so hopefully tonight they can get back into their usual winning streak.
Say, like you mentioned, Foresters 5-6 now on the year. Lost a hard 5-setter in the last matchup that they had. Definitely the Foresters looking to bounce back from a big loss at home against Bethel College, and what could have been a very manageable win for them. It felt like Foresters were able to claw their way back into that one after losing the first and third set. Had a lot of momentum at that end of the fourth set, and then just kind of, fell apart in the fifth set, unfortunately, and it really felt like the Foresters left a lot out there on the floor.
Yeah, I felt like in the first set, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, that in the first set, the Foresters really could have closed it out. They were up 21-14 in that first set, and they were unable to close that out, and Bethel did a great job of keeping their confidence going, and the Bethel head coach did the same thing. He just really talked well to his players.
Well, we'll have the matchup here for you inside Platt Arena. I'm Logan Hunt, alongside joined by Noah Tobias here on FDN Sports. We'll be back with the call. The Marian University Knights taking on the Huntington University Foresters when we return. Welcome back here inside Platt Arena. I'm Logan Hunt. Along with me, I'm joined by Noah Tobias as we are gearing up here for a battle between the Foresters and the Knights. Foresters looking to defend their home turf and get off of this losing streak, Noah.
Yeah, the Foresters' last win was September 2nd versus Grace College. And like we said earlier, they've lost 6 straight games, and that's really tough to swallow down. But the Foresters are really looking to just get another win under their belt, and hopefully they will get that tonight.
Obviously the absence of Paige Eckwright going to be huge for the Foresters, having surgery just the other day. We wish the best to her, and the Forester family know very close with her. The Foresters looking to put on, though, in place of Paige Eckwright, we're going to have Taylor Schulteis in there. And, Taylor's provided a great spark for the Foresters as well, a new addition to this team.
Yeah, Taylor, she has 2 kills a game, and 2 kills a set, and she's really made her presence known here as a sophomore. But there's only one senior on this Forester team, so the Foresters are very young, and so I think the future looks very bright for these Forester ladies.
Definitely a bright future for the ladies, but tonight we're worrying about what's on the floor with the Foresters serving it off. Levings with the serve. First point on the board there, going to the Marian Knights.
Yes, number 9, Hannah Trout, did a great job of spiking that straight down into that empty area. Number 1, Maddie Hendrick, comes in, and she will serve.
Hendrick, the 5'3" senior from Perry Meridian High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. Been very steady server for the Knights.
Great set by Levens. Sets up number 11, Josie Beaver, for a great spike.
Beaver getting the first kill on the board for the Foresters. As we know, the Kill Club will be in action tonight for Huntington. Glad to see the men's basketball team out here in full force supporting the Lady Foresters. That one not going to make it over the net. Easy point for the Knights. Carpenter with an early struggle of the serve.
Yep, Knights leading now 2-1 in this first set.
Serving now will be Annie Strevels, 6-foot freshman out of Indianapolis, Indiana, from Roncalli High School. And Shields with the hit, going to be out for her, and so we'll see another point on the board for the Foresters.
Just going back and forth. Now the Foresters have had some trouble starting off very strong, but as a couple points go on, they will gain some momentum as number 7, Audrey Mallers, just taps that right on down.
Mallers taking care of business at the net for Huntington. Cobb with the serve. Levens getting it over.
That was a great heads-up play.
Smart play there from the sophomore. Cobb back to serve again. Outside, nothing working. Levens going to Mallers. Longer point coming here. And finally, Shields able to work it down on the near side. Found a gap in the defense there on the Foresters.
Yeah, Shields has some great power as number 4, Maddie Heffron, comes in for the Knights. And she will go back to serve as well.
A couple freshmen already playing here on both sides. Like the youth you see from both teams. Big hit there from the back from Mallers. Shields again getting it done. The 5'11" junior from Martinsville, Indiana. Came out of Martinsville High School, same high school as Mason Thierry for the Foresters.
That topspin just makes that ball die straight down. That'll be just out for Taylor Schulheist.
Again, Heffron back to serve for the Knights. A lot of energy so far here in the first set, Noah.
Yeah, that's a great kill by number 7, Audrey Mallers.
Now we see Hubby coming into the ball game for Shoal Heights. Also, Levine's going to take a seat. Longley in for her.
I'll be back to serve. Great block by the Forsters.
Well with the roll there. Free ball over for the Foresters. Outside Mallers. Count it.
Straight down the line for the Foresters. That's a great play. That was good identification for Mallers to see that lane was just wide open.
Carpenter getting a hand on the hit there from Graves, but just too much to handle there. Nice placement there from Graves.
For the Knights, number 7, Stevenson, and number 8, Howley comes in, and Howley will be back to serve.
Hubby going outside to Longley. Howley right there.
Stevenson gets a nice kill right there.
Good placement here on the balls from both sides. Good mixture of finesse and power.
That was just barely out by Mallers. But that's a great angle right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, great look there from her. Definitely had the right idea. And again, Maller's going to sail one long. 9-6 now. The Knights with an early lead, and Coach Shondell right on cue, taking an early timeout for these Lady Foresters. Now, Noah, we saw this happen a few times in the Bethel matchup. Foresters found themselves trailing early and found a way to work themselves back into the set. How do you think they can get it done now?
Well, I think the mentality is all there. They know where to kill the ball. It's just getting it in. We had that good look over here on our side of the court by Mallers. It was barely out, and those little things will come in time. Yeah,
definitely. I think as the game progresses and Foresters warm up a little bit to the setting, we'll be able to see a couple of those drop in for them. They definitely don't want to get behind too early. 3 points, definitely not unsurmountable there, but just early in the set, make sure that the tone is set for the Foresters, because the Knights, a very good squad. It's a team that lost to Roosevelt, is 3-0. But somehow the Foresters able to pull out a big win against Roosevelt in 5 earlier on in the season. Also, we saw Marian beat Goshen 3-1. Foresters lost 0-3 to Goshen. So, similar opponents, different outcomes on both sides. So we'll see how the Foresters, factor that into the game plan as well.
Howley back to serve for the Knights.
Side Longley going long on that one. Howley again with the serve. Knights working it far side. And Foresters can't keep it alive. Erica Ham, 6'1" junior, putting it down.
Yeah, the Foresters doing a great job of really hustling towards the ball, but just Marian is placing the ball so well and putting in the correct amount of strength there that it's making it very tough for the Foresters. And that will be a double hit on number 15, Haley Longman.
Yeah, that was a great wall up there by the Knights, too, with Stevenson, Ham, and Graves all in unison, jumping together, all right around 6 foot. Nowhere for the Foresters to go. And finally, Mallers putting one down to stop the run here from the Knights.
Number 11, Josie Beaver will come in for the Foresters, and number 7, Audrey Mallers will be back to serve.
Outside was Franny Stevenson again from Greenfield, Indiana. Able to find room there on the near side.
And that's tough for number 3, Hubby, as she was not really in position to control that ball, but Mallard's was, but it was just a lack of communication as number 5, Danielle Gerwell, was able to kill that ball down.
So I definitely like what you see there from Gerwell. Able to find the sweet spot in the defense and just push it right there. Ball gonna go long there from him, and finally we're seeing Knights make a few mistakes of their own. We saw the Foresters making earlier in the game, Noah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The Foresters are just starting to gain their confidence, starting to communicate a little better. And I feel like that's kind of one thing that hurt them against Bethel College as well, is just communication. A great block by number 15, Haley Longley.
Saw the big solo block there from her. Glad to finally see it there from Haley Longley, getting work done at the net. Foresters now only down by 3.
Again, only a sophomore Longley is.
They definitely was a raw prospect last year out of Penn High School. I'm seeing vast improvement from her.
Number 5, Julia Hoying, and number 9, Hannah Trout back in for the Knights.
Hoying back to serve for Marian. Hoying leads the teams in assists with about 5 a game as well. See her setting up. Stevenson on the outside wasn't there. Beaver coming back. Blocked at the net. Again, Beaver. Long rally here from both sides.
Great job by both teams just controlling the ball every time that it comes back onto their side. It's so tough when they put so much strength and so much power into the ball, as Marian makes a mistake there, ending that long rally.
Levings and Schulteis coming in. We'll see Longley and Hubby taking a seat for the Foresters, and I couldn't agree with you more, Noah, there. Finally a mistake from the Knights, and Foresters just holding strong, down by 3. And this time it was Trout who would not be denied, the lefty on the near side.
Number 1, Hendenreich, and number 5, I believe, Julie Hoying coming back in for the Knights.
And again, it's the Foresters working their way in.
Josie Beaver, great touch, as number 2, Michaela Carpenter, comes in for her, and she will go back to serve.
Past the midway point in this first set, 15-12, Knights with the slight advantage. And Trout right there on it.
Yeah, it seems like that was a mistake by her, but it ended up working out in her favor.
Back serve here, Strebels.
A great line drive serve by her.
This one gonna go out of bounds. Knights looking a bit miscombobulated there, and ultimately just an unforced error on their part.
Number 1, Kate Cobb back to serve for the Foresters.
Setting up Shields. Leving's right there. Gonna wear that one. Schulteis can't quite keep this one in.
That was a very powerful kill by Shields. That Levings just had the right amount of touch. Number 6, Erica Ham, and number 4, Maddie Heffron will come in for the Knights, replacing Hoying and Trout.
Burwell down the middle, lay right there. Blocking the net, Burwell. And just like that, Ham putting it into the net. Easy score for the Foresters.
Yeah, Ham meeting that just a little low, and so that's why it went into the net. The number 3 Hubby and number 15 Longley will come back in for the Foresters.
Schulheis and Levin's going to take a seat. Here comes Ham again. Carpenter all over it. And Mallard is going to go long.
That was a great idea right in between a couple Marian players, but just a little too powerful.
And we'll see a timeout called by Coach Shondell and the Foresters. 18-14, Knights on top here. Starting to dwindle down here in the first set. No, Foresters haven't made up too much ground. We've seen them get on the right track a couple of times, but Marian, it seems like, always has an answer.
Yeah, I agree with you, Logan. Marian, they're just doing a great job of making smart decisions and being consistent with their kills. And the Foresters, like I said in that last break, they've got some great looks, just they're not hitting their target exactly. But I'm sure that it will come because, as also you said in that last break, as the game goes on, they'll have a better chance of being able to correct those mistakes.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see that. We'll see both sides clean it up just a bit. Coming out of the timeout, 18-14. Knights on top. Forced already using 2 timeouts in this first set. It'll be Howling back to serve, the freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, out of Warren Central High School. Outside Longley. Not this time. Now Mallard's with this hit. All stuck on the net for a while. And ball gonna go long there from Stevenson. Nice guess there from Carpenter.
Yeah, that was very, very close. It almost nicked that corner, but she just had the Foresters had just the right amount of luck there.
Gotta be lucky rather than good sometimes. Outside Ham. I'll be on the ground for it. Now Beaver trying to answer. And Stevenson getting a second look at it.
You could hear how solid how she hit it from that noise. And that just sounded like a force hitting that ball.
Serve there from Lay. Set up far side Stevenson. Mallard's on the ground with it. Knights covering everywhere defensively. I'll be going to Gurwell again, and finally Gurwell puts it away.
And I feel like that all started with Mallard's with that dig that she had in the back court. Really, that gave the girls a little bit of confidence in that point to really finish it out. That was great hustle play by Mallard's. Hopefully we'll see a couple more of those by her and the other Foresters. Foresters down still 16-19 in this first set.
Big Gurwell back to serve. Solid serve from her. And Strebel's answering. Nice set play there from the Knights. Felt the crowd starting to get into it. Foresters trying to work their way back, and a beautiful crowd silencer there from number 2, Anna Strebels, the freshman.
Hoying and Trout back in for the Marian Knights as Hoying is back to serve. And that will be out.
Now we'll see Schulheis and Levings coming back in for Longley and Hubby for the Foresters. Levings back to serve. 20-17. Foresters trying to close the gap. Outside Schulheis. And blocked down and in for a Knights point.
And that's tough because Levings is a very well consistent server for these Foresters. So usually whenever the Foresters get on a run with Levings, I feel like she just does not make mistakes with her serve.
Beaver with a huge answer. Beaver leads the team in kills per game, kills per set, getting about 3. And a big one there as Carpenter now coming back in for her.
Carpenter is back to serve for the Foresters.
Levin setting up Schultheis again. Cobb going outside to Mallers. Just tapping it over. Shields coming back. And we'll see Mallers getting called for the violation. 22-18. Knights so far still rolling through this first set.
I believe when Mallers stepped to go to the backcourt, she stepped over that center line.
Knights coming back. Blocked at the net though. Mallers and Drews both in on it.
A little bit of communication problems with the Knights.
As we see Gurwell coming in for Drews. Forrest trying to make it work now. Schultheis. Lay right there. Shields blocked at the net by Gurwell. And another block. Schultheis in on it.
Those are a couple of great blocks by the leading blockers. Cobb is back to serve for the Foresters. The score is 20-22. Marian is still in favor of that as another big block by the Foresters comes.
A possible momentum swing here. Levin's outside to Mallers. And gonna be a tip at the net. 22-21. And a timeout called by the Knights. And Coach Ashley Pritchard has the Foresters now within one. And Noah, this is exactly what the Foresters needed. Needed to close the gap like we mentioned and finally broke the 3-point lead that the Knights had the whole way and now have it within one.
Yeah, the Huntington Foresters have done a great job of communicating with each other, and Marian, on the other hand, there's been a couple of struggles with that. A couple of points here and there. You see them setting the ball up nicely, but nobody is there with time to spare to really get set to get a nice kill. But the Foresters, on the other hand, are doing a great job of just playing their offense, and I feel like that has really been benefiting them in this first set, and it gives them momentum in the next couple of sets and just to finish out this set as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We'll see if the Foresters, see if they can't finish this first set. Mentioned in that Bethel game, they had a chance to possibly take home that first set. Don't want to lose this one here and lose the momentum that you had. 22-21, Knights on top, Cobb serving. Block again at the net. Foresters dominating net play right now. Mallers coming back and taps in. 22-all now. The senior leading the way back.
That kill really had no room for error because of where she placed that, and there was no error there at all.
Knights struggling a bit here. Levin's going to Gurwell, just tapping it over.
Great save by number 2, Carpenter.
Bodies on the ground, Cobb getting back up, going to Schultheis, and it taps in again. And defense leading the Foresters back into this set now. Foresters with the 1-point advantage.
Foresters are really playing as a team right now, and it's benefiting them so much.
Outside Trout. Cobb on the ground for it with the pancake. Levin's playing it over.
Great heads-up play by Cobb.
Tip at the net, Forster with another look at it. Good officiating here. Levin's to Gurwell. Forster's working it together. Mallers. And this one's going to be played out. Forster's looking at a set point. My goodness. as we see Coach Pritchard and the Knights taking their second time out of the half, and the crowd getting behind the Foresters here. 24-22, Noah. Foresters on top.
Yeah, like you said, I feel like this crowd, the student section especially, like they're doing a great job of keeping the ladies pumped and energized, and really, again, the Foresters, you know, what a set for them. They still have another point to go, though, and they really just need to focus on finishing this one out, and then they can start their focus on the next couple of sets. But this next point is what they really need to be focusing on.
I say just one more point for the Foresters. Going to have to continue with what got them here, and that has been great defense. Foresters just absolutely controlling the net and haven't let anything get down on them. Have been very fundamentally sound, and like you mentioned, just need one more point as we see the Forest starting to get behind the Foresters. Cobb once again back to serve for the set.
Cobb is getting 94% of her serves in per set. That's always nice to put that final set serve on.
Hit at the net, played deep. Carpenter going to Levings, now to Mallers. Not quite there, Hoying on it. Trout tipped at the net. Cobb keeping it alive.
Great hustle by Hobb, but there is, I believe, number 2 Carpenter stepped over the center line, but still, it's still 24-23 in the Foresters' favor, so they still need this one more point, so they can't get down because of that 1 point.
Still set point here. Ephraim back to serve now. Burwell playing the free ball over. Ephraim setting up Shields. Cobb on the ground for it. Here come the Foresters now. Outside him, just getting it over. The attack coming. Levings outside Gurwell. That's in! Foresters taking the first set, 25-23. And a big set that was for the Foresters, coming from behind to take the first set. We will be back with second set action here inside Platt Arena. I'm Logan Hunt. Alongside me, I have Noah Tobias, and this is FDN Sports. Stay tuned. Welcome back here inside Platt Arena. I'm Logan Hunt. Alongside me, I have Noah Tobias. Noah, first time here on the mic. First set, you might be a good luck charm here for the Foresters, taking that one 25-23.
Well, that'd be some good news for me. That means I can keep my job here.
What'd you see there out of the ladies that you really enjoyed from the Foresters? You know, you think maybe help them take that first set home?
Communication, I think, was really key for the Foresters, and that's something that we haven't really seen here in the past couple of matches that they've had. They've really done a great job just communicating through each point. And really serving. I felt like Kate Cobb did a great job there in that first set as well. So lots of positives, a couple negatives. They started out a little slow, but now they know what they need to work on and just to keep that momentum flowing.
Like you said, we see Knights serving away the second set. We'll see what exactly the Foresters still have left after a thrilling first set. And it's going to be a point for the Foresters. Knights can't quite make it over the net. And the Foresters trying to keep the momentum alive now. We see Carpenter coming in for Beaver. And I tell you what, this crowd here has been incredible, and it really rallied behind the Foresters there in the first set, and no one's going anywhere yet. Carpenter with the serve. Point setting up Trout, tipped at the net. Leving's right there. Cobb setting up Mallers, far side, and that's down and in. Mallers having a heck of a game here for the Foresters.
Mallers is averaging 2 kills per set, and she's doing a great job at the net so far in this matchup.
Serve gonna go long from Carpenter. Carpenter, though, leading the team in aces, 8 total aces on the season so far. So we've seen Hallie come out, Shields in for her on the Knights side of the net. Back to serve, Randy Stevenson. That one hitting the net, dropping down and in. Favorable hop for the Knights, and an ace coming there.
Yeah, and there's nothing the Foresters could have done about that. I mean, that's just one of those unlucky things.
Sometimes it'll fall your way, sometimes it won't. This one a little deeper from Stevenson. Levin's going to Drews. Knights barely able to keep it alive. Outside Mallers, blocked down and in. Shields right on top of it. Point going to the Knights as they take the slight lead here early in the second set.
Shields is only averaging .32 blocks per set, so not very much. So whenever she does get them, it's a lot of momentum going in her way.
And again, this time, Strebel's right there on Mallers, denying her at the net. And now it's the Knights taking care of business. Still early in the set, though. Again, Stevenson back to serve. Miss it there from Carpenter. Just unfortunate from her.
And see, this is what we were talking about earlier, Logan, is just that momentum. The momentum has definitely shifted over to Marian. And the start of each set is very critical, and that's something that the Foresters really haven't learned to achieve here early in this season.
Definitely haven't. See Cobb keeping it alive. The Schultes can't quite get it over, and Coach Shondell going to be forced to take an early timeout again, Noah. We saw this in the first set where the Foresters found themselves in a little bit of a hole. This time it's 6-2. Foresters down by 4. I believe they're only down by 3 last time. And also we know how the first set ended for the Foresters.
Yeah, but you never want to be in these kind of situations where you have to fight back. You always want to be just always in front, and so you don't have to worry about confidence issues and momentum issues, because really that momentum is a key thing in a lot of sports, I feel like, and especially when you're playing point by point games, like when you're going by 2 or 3 like in basketball, then there's a couple different things that you can do, but with volleyball and just a couple other different sports, momentum is just such key, and the Foresters definitely don't have that momentum so far here in the second set.
Oh yeah, momentum is definitely contagious here, especially in volleyball, and and quite honestly, it's deadly. We've seen it before. The Foresters have been able to rally just from pure momentum, and you see a lot of streaks in volleyball. But right now, the Foresters trying to go on a streak of their own, can't afford to go point for point. Back serve, we're going to see Stevenson. And here comes the crowd trying to rally with the Foresters. Lay setting up Shields. Levin's on top of that. Cobb going back to Mallers. Getting a lot of looks here. Outside Trout. Levin's going to Drew down the middle. Lay on top of that, they're going to hit it out. And so there's the first point for the Foresters. 6-3 now.
And again, Cobb back to serve. Very consistent server for the Foresters. So hopefully with her serves, they will be able to get on some good paces.
No doubt there from Hannah Trout, 6'1" freshman. Able to put that one down. And just like that, there's the answer that Marian was looking for. Levin's going to Schulteis. Attack coming, Levin's outside Girlwell. And that will go out. Foresters with another point.
Yeah, Girlwell just such great power by her and placement. She really had to make Marian reach out for that ball, but I mean, great placement by her.
Hubby right in, serving away. Down the middle, Shields puts it into the net. Foresters slowly but surely working their way back into this set, trying to tie it up here.
Only down by 2 now.
Burwell at the net. Knights can't quite get it over, and miscommunication, they're starting to plague the Knights.
And against Bethel, that was definitely Huntington's problem, and they're surely doing a great job of doing that here tonight versus Marian.
Hubby outside Longley, just keeping it alive. Shields tipped at the net by Girlwell. And Foresters gonna get the point now, tied up at 7, exactly where the Foresters wanted to be.
And I think that was a great timeout by the Forester coach, and really getting the ladies back on track with their mental. And I mean, Huntington's just doing a great job now with that momentum, but number 9 for Marian, Trout, has a great touch and great placement right there, just a little tap.
Again, she has the wind up and then ends up tapping. We've seen that a couple times tonight, Noah, where that's really worked in her favor.
Yeah, it's really misleading, and so, you know, like you said, it looks like she's just going to have a great kill, but all of a sudden, she kind of just taps it over.
That's set a little outside. Longley couldn't quite find it, and now the Foresters down by 2, 9-7. Back to serve Heffron, 5'9" freshman from Lebanon, Indiana. Here comes Mallers, tipping it. Lay gets a hand on it, but the Knights can't corral it once it goes into the net. Now we'll see Beaver coming in for Carpenter. The Huntington North connection there.
And then Mallers is back to serve for the Foresters.
They have a wet spot on the floor there. Seen that a couple times as the plays go on, bodies going on the ground, a lot of sweat and perspiration getting on the floor.
Especially as the match goes on, we'll see a lot more of that as well.
Mallers with the serve. Gonna go deep on it. And a point there for the Knights. I believe the official call was Girlwell going underneath the net there, but either way, Marian up 10-8. Halley with the serve. Hubby outside on Girlwell. Blocked at the net there. Again, ball tipped there at the net. We're going to go out of bounds in favor of the Knights. So now Marian opened up a 3-point advantage right when the Foresters had it tied up.
Yeah, Gerwell, she's doing a great job being that lead blocker, the center blocker there for the Foresters. And that was a little bit of a mistake by Marian, but back to Gerwell, she's doing a great job of just keeping her head and moving exactly with the ball.
Gerwell averaging about a block set there, and like I said, definitely a good lead blocker up front. Hubby outside to Beaver. Left hand just tipping it over. That one going to drop in for Marian. And right now it's been the Knights so far cleaning it up at the net.
Marian up 12-10 now. Another serving mistake by the Knights.
Now bring in Schultheis and Levings for Longley and Hubby.
And Levings will be back to serve for the Foresters.
Efron trying to find Strubis right in the middle, and that's going to drop in for her, and just a quick bang-bang play there.
Yeah, that was very creative, just like a little push towards the Foresters, but they didn't have the Foresters didn't have their momentum going forward, which had the ball just kind of go right across their arms and stay on the Foresters' side.
Levins getting it to Schultheis. And Cobb getting it over now. Schultheis almost putting it away. Good hit there from Howley. Play continues. Levings outside. And finally, the Forest is able to put it away.
And Schultheis, very great hustle over here near the press area. You know, she really wasn't too concerned about being close to us, but and just, again, great hustle by her.
Fouling outside, off the head of Drews. Down and in for a score for Marian. Now see Howling come out, Shields in for her. 14-11, past the midway point in this set. Once again, looking very similar to the first. Levings outside the Mallers. And again, Mallers answers when the Foresters need it.
Yeah, number 9 Trout and number 2 Strebels, there was this little gap right in between them as they went up for the block, and Mallers did a great job of finding that gap and went right through it.
Shields trying to sneak it by, Levings right there. Schultheis would not be denied. And again, the Foresters now within 1.
Foresters doing a great job just fighting for that lead, and they have fought their way back to just 1 point away.
Trout not making it over the net. And again, the Foresters tying it up 14-all. And just when it feels like the Knights might pull away, now it's the Foresters with the answer.
Cobb again was back to serve for the Foresters, and she did not have very good positioning on that little bump there, so that is what forced her to make a little bit of a mistake. And Marian has the lead once again, 15-14 in this second set.
Yeah, you mentioned Cobb having great positioning there. Just kind of turned her body just a little bit. Didn't quite stay behind it. Mallory's getting it over. And that's going to drop in for Graves in the middle. And it's Knights with back-to-back points. Crowd trying to stay behind the Foresters here. Levings going outside, Schultheis. Blocked down and in. Shields has been fantastic on that top side of the net for the Knights, especially late as the Knights take a 17-14 lead over the Foresters in this second set, Noah.
Yeah, Shields again just doing a great job being that lead blocker on that left side. And I'm sure she has about 3 blocks just in this one set. But doing a great job just being a leader on that front side of the court. But Marian doing a great job of getting that lead back and getting their confidence rolling again.
Yeah, definitely. And ultimately what got the Foresters back into that first set was their defense. And we saw that start to go away a little bit here. Obviously, Marian making some plays at the net. We know a lot of times in football they say the battle's won in the trenches. Well, the battle a lot of times is won at the net here. And we saw the Foresters, especially when Coach Shondell came in, went out and got a lot of size up front there. And now the Foresters have something to work with up front. We've seen Girlwell, also a leader on this team, really commanding in the middle. And we need the Foresters to get right back to that.
Yeah, I agree. Mallard's doing a great job of getting some good kills. She's finding the gaps on the offensive area, and she just needs to keep getting fed the ball because she is finding those opportunities to make some great plays. But also, back to Gerwell on the offensive side, doing some great. She's making some great kills on that front side as well.
Levin's going to Schultheis in the middle. Grab was able to get down for it. And Gerwell right there again, right on cue. That will bring Hubby and Longley back in for Schultheis and Levins.
Gerwell is leading the team with 1 kill per set on average for this Forester team.
Outside, Graves tipped at the net. Hubby going to Mallers. Blocked at the net there again. Hubby outside Longley. Knights still on top of it. Now here come the Foresters.
And that was great communication between the Foresters, moving the ball from side to side on that one set. But again, a little mistake for the Knights. And now the Foresters are only down by 1 again, 16-17 in the second set.
And like you mentioned, the Foresters tend to win these long rallies with the Knights making an error. And now we see Huntington able to get this point again on ball going to go out of bounds there. Tied up at 17. Seen it time and time again in this set. Foresters catch back up, fall right behind, catch right back up. We'll see what they can do now. This one going to be tipped out of bounds. The Knights now with the slight advantage.
Erica Ham, number 6, and Maddie Heffron will come back in for the Marian Knights, and Heffron will go back to serve.
Hubby going outside Longley. Tipped at the net. Bring it back over now. And that one going to drop in for Marian. Coach Shondell trying to offer up a little bit of advice now to a setter, junior Emily Hubby. 19-17. Knights on top. Burwell in the middle. Knights can't keep it alive, and must have been a good bit of information Coach Shondell shared there with Hubby.
Yeah, Hubby just did a nice little soft jump set. And number 11, Josie Beaver, will come back in for the Foresters.
Mallers with the serve. Nice drop serve there. And again, it's Stevenson putting it into the net, and the Foresters again respond with 2 points of their own.
And Stevenson is averaging 3 kills per set for the Marian Knights, and she's leading the team.
In the middle, block down and in. Foresters again with the point. Now Huntington taking the slight lead late in the set again, and that will prompt a Coach Pritchard timeout for the Knights. 20-19, Noah. Foresters on top.
Yeah, it's very interesting to kind of look at these stats and see that number 7, Stevenson, is averaging 3 kills per game, and she's leading the team. And you know what? She really hasn't done that great of a job tonight. Really, she's had some good setups, but she has been unable to finish those. They've really been put into the net a lot, and I think that's because she's meeting the ball too low, and that's really just forcing her to put it into the net.
Foresters here find themselves up one. Crowd going to start getting into it again. You have to believe that the four is still in full effect, and the Foresters can pull out this second set. Got to think they'll stick around for a possible third and final set. But the Foresters right now focused on 5 more points, up 20-19. Mallers back to serve out of the timeout. And with the hit, Foresters not able to get that one back over the net. And once again, just a bit of bad luck there on the hit. Just not quite going exactly where they planned on it going, for sure, Noah.
Yeah, really Gurwell and Longley didn't communicate very well. They both went for that ball, so hopefully they'll kind of get things figured out just a little bit as Beaver just lightly puts it over.
Hubby going outside to Beaver, and she puts that one into the net. And now it's the Knights with the slight advantage. Timeout working in their favor. Foresters back-to-back unforced errors as it'll be the freshman Howling back to serve. Hubby going to Gurwell. Lay all over that one. Outside Beaver and gets it down from the backside.
And the game is now tied once again, 21-21. I feel like Huntington and Marian are two very well-matched teams, and I think that's what's really making for a great, entertaining couple of sets. Looks like Huntington is getting called for a violation. I think somebody was...
I believe Drews got underneath there.
Drew was underneath, okay.
22-21, here comes Hubby going to Drews. And the Knights getting that one, 23-21. Foresters gonna have to try to put something together here now. Hubby getting it over the net. Strevis trying to put it away, not there. And again, Longley and Drews just miscommunication.
Yeah, just miscommunication, like you said, Logan. They were both there. They both had good position, but the other one thought the other was going to get the ball.
And tipped down and in off the block. And the Knights able to take the second set, 25-21. And it's Marian winning the second set, taken away from the Foresters. We'll be back with third set action after the break, all tied up at 1 set apiece. I'm Logan Hunt. This is No Tobias on FDN Sports. Welcome back here inside Platt Arena. I'm Logan Hunt. Alongside me, I have Noah Tobias and Noah. The Foresters splitting this set. They're splitting the first 2 sets 1-1 with the Marian University Knights, with the Foresters in desperate need of a victory.
Yeah, they are on a 6-game losing streak. And man, this would do a lot of great things for Huntington's confidence, being Marian, and because they are such evenly matched right now. As you can see, tying 1-1 in the first 2 sets. Both sets have been so close. It just makes for a very interesting game for us fans, and hopefully Huntington will find out what they really truly need to do to win these next 2 sets.
So we definitely figured we were going to have a thriller here, and so far it's shaped to be nothing short of that. The Foresters so far have been, like I said, just very evenly matched with the Knights. You know, looking at the previous records and the same teams that they had faced in previous weeks, and we were going to get about the same. As we have starting out on the floor for the Foresters, Mason Tyree coming in for the first time tonight. Leving's out there, Mallers, Drews, Schultes, and also Beaver. And also the crowd staying pumped with the Foresters. It'll be Leving's back to serve to start for Huntington. Third set action underway. Trout getting blocked at the net to start, and the Foresters getting the first point on the board.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice starting strong. Number 5, Gurwell, will come back in for Tyree.
Tyree coming out, Gurwell and Cobb both in. Excuse me, Cobb back in. Outside, Beaver trying to slide it over. Drew's at the net. Hey, we'll count it no matter what.
And that was a very, very lucky play for the Foresters, just tapping on the top edge of the net and then going over to the Knights side.
Serve hitting the net there, but still alive. Now going out of bounds. Foresters again with the first points on the board. 3-0 now. Huntington off to a quick start.
And this is very good to see Huntington really coming out strong. Great serve by Levins, just going across the net. Now it'll be 4 hits for Marian, and Huntington is now up 4-0 in this third set.
Rebels just couldn't quite find out miscommunication. 4-0, and might see an early TO coming from Coach Richard if the Knights can't get on track. And right on cue, here they come. Shields coming in for Howley.
It's just so encouraging to hear from the student section. And number 7, Stevenson, is back to serve for the Knights.
Cobb going out to Schultes. One ball there. Rebels can't find space. And Beaver can get one through.
Again, great touch by Beaver. She did a great job of getting great touch on the first and second set, and that's very great. It's great to see this keeping going.
Knights barely alive here. Cobb going outside Mallers, and that will count. 6-1, an early timeout now from Coach Pritchard and the Marian University Knights, and the Foresters coming out stronger than ever to start this third set, and you had to think it was coming with how Coach Shondell responds out of timeouts like that, and a big long break like that is almost unfair.
I agree 100%, Logan. The Foresters are being very consistent with their hits early in this third set, and that is setting up for great points and great plays by the Foresters, and hopefully that'll continue. But also, they keep continuing to play great defense because in the first set especially, the Foresters did a great job of playing great defense, and that was the one thing that we've been talking about that got them back into that first set, and that's really been their specialty here in this match.
Definitely has been their specialty, and like we said, the Foresters coming out really hot here, and something we haven't seen out of them in recent games, starting to set this hot and this quick. 6-1, Foresters on top. We see Coach Sean Dell having a discussion with the official here on the near side. Everything seems to be good to go now. We have Carpenter serving away. Boyne gonna set up Shields. Levin's on top of that one. Cobb lets go to the back to Carpenter. Outside Trout. Cobb getting a hand on it. The Force just couldn't quite track it down. Big hit there from the lefty Trout.
Emily Graves, number 12, comes in for Marian, replacing the leader.
Drews in the middle. Boyne able to get a hand on it. Still alive now. Levin's going back to Drews. Hit at the net. Shields trying to push it by. Levin's on top of it. Now Mallers. Long rally here. Shields with the hit. Blocked at the net. Milby Stevenson just playing it over free ball. Levin's in the middle to Mallers, and she puts it away.
Great eyesight by Mallers, seeing that back left corner was wide open, and she put some power behind that ball.
Serve coming from Cobb after we wipe up a wet spot on the floor after a long rally like that. Saw a lot of bodies going to the ground. Got to see a clean area getting clean.
Foresters up 7-2 in this third set. Very unusual for the Foresters, but very great to see from the Foresters.
Same play there. Foresters though ready for it, and Gurwell slipping it past the outstretched arms of Graves up front for another score. And like you said, unfamiliar territory for the Foresters, but not not anything to complain about.
No, absolutely not. And Mallers did a great job of kind of setting that ball backwards a little bit for Gurwell to come forward with it. And another mistake by the Marian Knights. Now it's 9-2 in the Foresters' favor.
7-point advantage. Saw Marian use an early timeout to start. Might be another one coming soon as the Knights can't handle this. And instead, Coach Pritchard going to go to her bench. Coming in will be Kristen Buss, the sophomore, 6 foot, out of Tri-West High School. See her coming in now for Shields.
I wasn't really sure who was coming in and who was coming out. Playing with a great set, but a great dig by number 2, Carpenter.
Boyne going outside the bus, fresh into the game, and she puts it down and in. So a good substitution there from Coach Pritchard and the Knights. Got the right formula in there.
Number 6, Erica Ham, and number 4, Maddie Heffron come in for the Marian Knights.
Trout and Boyne going to take a seat.
Heffron will serve the ball.
Levin's going to Gurwell. Put it right at Heffron. Love to keep in front of it. On with the hit. Stuffed at the net. And that'll be it for the Knights. Just getting it over. Gurwell again trying to find a deep corner. Blocked down and in. Gurwell right on top of it.
That was just a very, very weak bump over the net, and Gurwell took full advantage of that weak hit.
Hubby and Longley in for Schultheis, and Levings. Hubby going back to serve.
Huntington being very consistent with their serving in this match. Hubby, great dig. Excuse me, that was number 2, Carpenter with a dig.
Carpenter's had a great set as well on that back line. This ball going to hit the net, roll out of bounds. Point for the Foresters, 12-3 now.
And for a second, I thought that was going to roll in and hit inside.
Definitely was scary there for a second.
Great serve by number 2 Carpenter. Sorry, number 3 Hubby. They look alike from my point of view, but they are not the same person.
13-3, and finally, Coach Pritchard taking a timeout for the Knights and taking her squad outside of the gym and into the hallway. And definitely the Knights gonna look to regroup now. As we see the Forest getting into it now, Noah. Like to see the men's basketball team and everyone else getting in on the action. Gonna do the roller coaster, and you like it here, seeing the student section really alive for a volleyball game.
Hopefully the volleyball girls will be able to support the men this coming season, as it's looking very encouraging for the men's basketball team. They're looking like they're going to possibly have a great year, and hopefully they'll go into the NAIA National Tournament. But we are still here in volleyball season. Number 3, Emily Hubby, is back to serve. Huntington is up 13-3 in this third set. Great third set so far.
Touching base a little bit on the men's basketball team. You saw the preseason rankings. Foresters ranked 9th there in the preseason, as Foresters here still rolling. But obviously anything can happen with men's basketball in the Crossroads League.
I agree.
Top to bottom, almost equal.
I agree 100%, Logan.
These ladies, though, still on top 14-3. Cobb getting on the ground there. Same with Hubby, and the Foresters trying to answer back again, and miscommunication leads to another Forester point, and timeout not paying dividends for the Knights yet. 15-3, been all Huntington so far.
Time again, it's communication for these Marian Knights.
Bob setting up Mallers. Backside, it's down and in. And now we'll see Maddie Heinrich, 5'3" senior, coming in on the backside for Franny Stevenson.
That kill was just a straight line down into the ground. I don't think Mallers could have hit that any better.
Looking to Mallers, tipped at the net. After going to bus, blocked at the net again. Pushed over, and the Force is looking for another shot at it. Outside him, tipped, and Force just couldn't quite get down on it, and the Knights responding with the point. Now we'll see Stevenson and Howley coming in for Bus and Heinrich. 16-4 though, Foresters with the large lead late in this third set.
This is definitely a confidence booster for the Foresters, and hopefully they'll just keep going just like that. Number 5, Gerwell, just hits it off of, I believe, number 12, Graves' arm, and that's a great deflect, a great hit.
Burwell again having a great game, just to touch on her, and again tipped at the net and gonna go out though. Excuse me, gonna stay in for the Foresters.
I believe that was actually Marian's point.
Yeah, the ref signaling point to the Foresters, but like I said, it definitely looked like it went out of bounds. So we'll see the officials talk here.
Yeah, Marian's head coach is looking very confused at this point, and she has a right to be. If this point stands, I think we'll have a very valid argument for Coach Pritchard.
And the point going to be awarded to the Knights. And no contest coming here from Coach Shondell. So 17-5. Forster still on top. Hubby outside to Beaver. Hit by Heffron. Stevenson not quite there. Outside Longley. Howley just making it over. Free ball over now for the Knights. Heffron going to Strebels, and that's down and in. And The Knights gaining a little bit of momentum here. Starting to put together some offense, and Foresters obviously look like they can come away with this set, but just to get some points down for the Knights would be big for them going into the fourth set. Outside Stevenson. Not there, Hubby. Going to Beaver far side. Lay on top of that one. And again, the attack coming from the Knights. And with the hit.
Really great overall rally by both teams. And a nice block by Strevels will end that rally.
(17-7). Knights, though, putting together a couple points here so far. Lay with the serve. Right at the net, and Stevenson with a big answer. And Coach Shondell now going to take a timeout for the Foresters. Couple big points there for the Knights, and like I mentioned, though, you got to think the Foresters up by 9 right now. Look like they're going to come away with this set, but don't want to necessarily give Marian anything to build on to going into the fourth set.
Well, and that was the mistake that they made at their last match versus Bethel in that first set. Like we were talking about earlier, they were up 21-14. Then all of a sudden, Bethel just got that spark of confidence, and that really paid off for them in that first set. They ended up winning that first set. But you would think that Huntington would learn from that, especially with it being conference time. So hopefully the Knights will get another spark of confidence from their coach, and they'll come out strong. And like they usually do after a timeout, they usually come out strong. So they need a big confidence builder right now once again, and then hopefully that'll pay off for them.
Yeah, the Foresters, like you, I'm glad you brought up the last game against Bethel. We saw that in the fourth set where they really let them kind of gain some momentum going into the fifth set. Foresters looking to kind of stomp here on the Knights and try to put an exclamation point on this set coming out of the timeout. Stevenson with the hit, blocked down. Still alive are the Knights. Marian with the hit, and that's going to go long.
I think that's what Huntington really needed right there. Number 5, Gurwell back to serve for the Foresters.
Heffron going to Strells, seen that play. Foresters are ready for it this time. Gurwell out wide to Longley. Trying to slide down. Lay gets a hand on it. They're going to fly out of bounds. 19-8. Huntington on top as we clean the wet spot on the ground there, made by Vanessa Lay. This is exactly what the Foresters need. Put together a couple points here just to put the exclamation point on this set. Burwell back to serve again now for Huntington. Deep serve, Howie on it. Outside him. Wave over. Blocked down and in. Beaver and Drews both in on that one. Didn't quite see which lady got her hand on it. Nonetheless, point for the Foresters.
Yeah, Huntington, just that front line has they've all three been complete beasts up there in the front in this match. And lots of improvement have come off of that. As Hubby is unable to control that kill from Marian. Number 5, Hoying, and number 9, Trout are coming back in for the Knights.
We'll see Heffron take a seat along with him. Typical Saturday hitter rotation there. Hoying back to serve now. Cruz gets it over. Miscommunication there on the Forester side. Cobb leaving it for Mallers backside. Almost sneaks through. Stevenson, really a great player here for the Knights. Really able to elevate there as she, leads the team and kills the game, with 3. And really has done a good job so far in this set, keeping Marian alive.
Yeah, she was able to find that gap in between Abby Drew's hands.
Longley coming back with one of her own, though.
21-10 in Forster's favor. With number 14, Schultheis, and number 6, Levings, come back in for the Forsters, and Levings will be back to serve. And Levings has done a great job serving in this match.
Another good serve from Hurd. Discombobulated there, the Forsters, though. Going to Stravels in the middle, not there. Out wide, Schultheis. Great placement there.
Again, that topspin just made that ball just sink down so quickly, and that's what made it not go out of bounds. So great job by the Lady Forsters.
22-10. Forster still rolling here, but once again, Stevenson with a big hit. Battle at the net, won by the Knights. We'll see Howling come out. Buss and Heinrich coming in now for her and Stevenson. Heinrich back now to serve. Levings going to Beaver, not going to make it over the net.
And it wasn't even touched by the Marian Knights.
10-point advantage still for the Foresters.
Good job by Cobbs, hustling up to the front court.
Nice dig there from Lay for the Knights. Outside, and they're going to see a double hit there on Levings. Just couldn't quite get her body underneath it. And once again, the Knights put on a little string of points of their own now.
And that can make them very dangerous in this moment right now. But great kill by number 10, Ashley Drews. Only a sophomore for the Foresters as number 2, Michaela Carpenter, comes in, and she will serve for the Lady Foresters. She came in for number 11, Josie Beaver.
She was part of that height we talked about that Coach Shondell brought in the middle. Her and Burwell, very good duo. Right there, Trout able to answer. And like I said, right now, the Knights really just looking to gain some confidence going into the next set. You know, still believing that they can play with the Foresters, who came out red hot to start the third set. Levings out wide. Going and getting the hand on it. Now Trout. Ricochet at the net. Cobb going to Schultheis. Deep hit there, and it counts.
Great placement by Schultheis. I mean, that's just complete talent right there. I mean, really, the Marian girls could not contest that kill at all.
Set point now for the Foresters. Trout hitting that out, and the Foresters taking the third set, 25-14, and we'll head to a fourth and what could be a final set for the Foresters. When we come back, Huntington looking to put away the Knights. I'm Logan Hunt, this is and also Noah Tobias, and this is FDN Sports. Welcome back here live inside Plato Arena. I'm Logan Hunt. Alongside me, I'm joined by my colleague and friend Noah Tobias. And so far, Noah, the Foresters up 2-1 after absolutely trouncing the Knights there in that third set. What do you expect to see out of both teams here in this fourth set?
Well, I expect Marian to really fight here in this fourth set. I mean, in that third set, they got down really early, and really that was unlike the Foresters to come alive like that here in, early in that third set. But it was great to see from the Foresters. But Marian, I think communication was a big thing that they didn't have in that third set, and that's what really got them down early.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. And for the Foresters, you got to think you're going to see maybe a lot of the same. Going to keep the intensity high, try to get the points when you can get them, try to end this in 4. We see point there for the Foresters. First point to start the fourth set, going in favor of Huntington.
Yeah, Huntington, I wasn't sure if I saw the tip or not, but I'm glad that the official did. And really the officials have done a great job of officiating this game. And I know it's hard to find great officials like this, so kudos to these guys and gal.
Carpenter couldn't quite get there in time. Score going to Marian on a quick answer. Coming in, gonna have Heinrich in and Kristen Buss. Both coming in now for the Knights. Like the intensity here also from the crowd staying here on this Wednesday night here in favor of the volleyball team. Maller's out wide, and this time the Knights on it defensively. At the net, Strebels, Cobb on the ground. Leving's out to Mallers. Tipped at the net, long rally again. Outside Heffron, Cobb again there. Leving's going to Schulteis. And finally putting it away.
Schulteis, man, that was a great heads-up play, but another girl who I really want to point out, Kate Cobb, number 1 for the Foresters. She's had just a great game, a great hustle game for the Lady Knights. For the Lady Foresters, and she's on the ground so many times, and it's just so encouraging to see how much she hustles for the Foresters.
And there is a score for the Foresters again. Huntington now winning the battle at the net. Talked about all game with Burwell in there. And you mentioned Kate Cobb's defensive presence. A hit gonna go long and again forces out to a quick 3-point advantage.
Fast good starts are really crucial in any volleyball game that you're gonna play in because it kind of determines on how that set will be played. Not always, but most likely that's how you can tell how a set will be played. But Marian doing a great job of getting another point on the board.
That was with the hit there. Leving's going. Schulteis trying to slide it through and does. We're going to see Hubby and Longley coming in now. Schulteis and Leving's going to take a seat. 5-2, Foresters on top early in this fourth set. Huntington taking the first and third set. Marian able to take the second one, 25-21. Hubby setting up Mallers and nips the back line for another point.
Huntington just really, their kills have been very consistent here in the past 2 sets, and I feel like they're placing it very well, not putting too much or too little on it. Just they're recognizing what to do at the certain times.
Definitely have so far, and I think it's showing in the score. Back to serves Heffron for the Knights. Hubby feeding Longley. On the ground goes Heffron. Third hit, gonna slide in there from Bus, just finding the weak spot there from the Foresters. Nice recognition there from the sophomore. Hubby setting up real well. Now it'll be deep. Just like that, a string of points for the Knights, and it's a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, she looked a little uncomfortable trying to kill that ball.
Maller's bringing some heat. Force gonna have to get it over now. Down the middle, Trout. Mallers gets a hand on it. He'll put it back over. Parker on the ground. Here comes Hubby setting up Girlwell. Sliding it through.
Girlwell with a great look over just at that close right-hand side. I mean, it's so tough because it looked like she was going to go right down the middle, but very quickly she changed how she was going to hit the ball.
Outside, Maller's able to get there. Cobb into Longley. Bus with the hit. And the Foresters getting the point there. Beaver, last one to hit it for the Foresters.
The thing that I like about number 7, Audrey Mallers, for the Foresters is she's a great all-around player. She can serve the ball very well. She can be a great back player, but she can also be a great spike player. She does a great job on the outside, and it's great to see that she's finishing out her career well here as a senior at Huntington, and hopefully this year will get even better for her.
Holly into the game with the serve, and that's going to be long. So a 3-point advantage still for Huntington. We see Cobb come out, Drew's in. Far side, Stevenson. Very commanding, like we mentioned, a heck of an athlete there for the Knights.
Number 15, Vanessa Lay, back to serve the ball for the Knights.
Middle Beaver. Tipped, Howling getting back to it. I'll be going to Beaver, and now be a score there for her. Now bringing Schultheis and Levings for Longley and Hubby. Levings now back to serve for Huntington, 10-7, nearing the halfway point in this half. Levings going to Schultheis. Howley on it, gets over the net.
Knights are very lucky.
Levings couldn't quite keep it up there for Huntington.
Great hustle, great dive just to try to keep that ball alive, but unable to keep that ball up like you said, Logan. Number 5, Hoying back for Marian to serve the ball. And that will be a foot fault.
Don't see that too often. Crowd letting her know it as well. 11-8 now. Huntington in control of this fourth set. Carpenter back to serve. Going outside Heffron. That drops in for a score.
Huntington kind of needs to go on a little run. Marian's found different ways to score a few points in a row, and Huntington will get up. Hopefully Huntington will kind of go on a little run of their own here soon. And that could be the start of a little run.
Tip up the net there. Up in Mallers, get that score in for the Foresters, and I said Huntington really just maintaining a 3-point lead so far in this set. And this is something that Marian was doing to the Forsters in the first 2 sets.
Maddie Hendrick really made just a little mistake pushing that ball too far forward and kind of rolls off her hands.
That brings up a timeout from Coach Pritchard and the Knights. 13-9 halfway through this 4th set. Forsters in the lead, and right now, Noah, what do the Forsters have to do to close out this set and get themselves a win?
Well, really, they need to keep communicating well. They need to keep making good decisions. They've really just got to go on a little run, and they're starting to do so. They got 2 straight points right there, and I think Coach Pritchard felt a little threatened by that, and so that's why she decided to take that timeout. But Huntington just needs to keep doing what they've been doing, especially they need to be doing what they were doing in that 3rd set, because that was just an incredible 3rd set by them.
Say Forsters, like you mentioned, they can go on one more even medium-sized run, rattle off 3 straight points here. You got to think they could almost put this one away. Knights have to keep this one close, but can't just go blow for blow with the Forsters right now having a 4-point advantage. We're going to see Stevenson get back in now for Heinrich. Back to serve is going to be Cobb for the Foresters. 13-9, Huntington on top in the 4th set. Point going to Strevels, Carpenter right there. Outside now Heffron blocked at the net. Ball played over. Levin's going to Gurlwell, point on it.
Gurlwell looked a little uncomfortable there.
Outside Mallers. And going to be out of bounds there.
From our angle, that looked fairly close.
Nonetheless, point there for the Knights.
Number 2, Ann Strevels served the ball for Marian. It's a little too wide of a touch for Gurwell.
Saw what she was trying to do was sneak it through, and Levins needed to get that one up just a little bit more for her. And this is exactly what the Knights wanted. 2 back-to-back points like that, cut the lead to 2. And that one flying out of bounds. Nice call there from Carpenter. And a risky call to say the least.
When she yelled owl, I was a little leery on that call, but it did work out for them. Number 3, Emily Hubby back to serve for the Lady Foresters.
Her Longley, Freshen, Schultes, and Levings. Block at the net. Forster still alive, and now Riley from there on bus, getting herself underneath the net. And back-to-back points now going back to the Foresters to extend the lead back to 4.
Marian really does not want to go away from this match. There's a great little push there by Gurwell. Great placement, great identification to see that number 15, Vanessa Lay, was just a little bit out of her sorts at that moment.
And the Foresters there forcing another timeout from Coach Pritchard and the Knights as the Foresters lead 16-11. Noah, Huntington now really in control of this set and seem to really be rolling so far. And you got to like what you see so far from the Lady Foresters.
And it's been really consistent throughout the entire match. I mean, I've said it time and time again, communication has definitely been the key thing for these Lady Foresters. And really, that's the thing that changed from their last match to this match. It seemed like they also got a little too confident when they were up in that first set versus Bethel. And so that's kind of what gave Bethel the counter-confidence, I guess you can say, to winning that first set. So I feel like Huntington is really with themselves in this match, as in they are playing their game to their full potential, and you can definitely see that by how they've been playing.
And right out of the timeout, Heffron answering with one of her own there, it looked like. You see Hoyne coming in. And we see that a lot out of the timeouts from the Knights. Coming with a nice play. Hubby going to Mallers. Same play, Mallers able to take it home.
And Girlwell was thinking that she might have, that she was maybe going to get that kill, but really Levings did a great job of setting that ball high, and Mallers was able to come up and get that kill.
Trout with the hit. Girlwell getting her hands on it, but just hitting it outside, can't quite keep it down. But once again, the Foresters can afford to trade points here with the 4-point advantage. Hubby going out to Girlwell. Nothing quite working there. And a block inside there. Girlwell putting in work on that net. Girlwell back to serve. Outside Trout, and able to slide it in. So now we'll see Cobb coming in for Girlwell.
Yeah, Girlwell was just a little bit on her heels when that ball was hit, thinking that it was going to come a lot quicker, but really the changeup was put on the Girlwell.
Outside Trout. Battle at the net. Cobb saving the Foresters there. Outside now Stevenson. Hubby there again. Going to Beaver. Awkward ricochet there. Nice just get it over. Hubby out to Beaver again. This one blocked at the net. Outside Longley now. See what the Knights have. Long rally here. Tends to favor the Foresters. Mallers putting that one deep.
And Cobbs yet again, she's on the ground. She's hustling really well for the Foresters, and it's definitely shown by how she's been playing tonight.
Outside Trout. Hubby setting up Longley. And now we'll slide down and in for a score. Now bringing Levings and Schulteis back in for Hubby and Longley.
Levings back to serve for the Lady Foresters.
Stroud was right there, and again, able to just push it in. Now we've seen Hoying come in for Trout. 19-16, Foresters still with the slight lead.
Hoying back to serve for the Knights.
Beaver able to kill that one down and in, and just an easy point there for Miss Josie Beaver.
Yeah, she was just able to sneak it across the net, but Marian wasn't up close enough to the net, so that allowed the ball to come right back onto their side.
Rebels putting that into the net. And Huntington now with the 5-point advantage, up 21-16. Knights looking a bit fatigued out there.
Carpenter back to serve for the Lady Foresters. Great flat serve by her.
Big hit out there. Heffron able to put it away for the Knights. Now we'll see Heinrich in and back serving for Marian.
4-point deficit for the Knights.
Levings to Mallers, and just sliding through. We'll see Girlwell get back in for Drews. It's going to be Cobb back serving for the Foresters. 3 points away from a victory here. Looking to break the losing streak. Get back to the winning ways of the Forest. Block at the net as we see Schultes and Cobb colliding. Both ladies seem to be okay.
18-22 in favor of the Foresters. Huntington doing a great job yet again of going on their little runs and just 3 points away from taking away this match. And number 2, Strevels, serves that ball out of bounds as number 3, Carpenter, and number 15, Lonely, are coming back in for the Foresters.
Hubby to serve now for Huntington. Knights just able to get that over the net. Hubby outside to Gurwell, and that's going to go long. 4-point advantage for Huntington, but just 2 points away from a possible victory. Hubby finding Mallers, hit it at the net. Hubby now going out to Longley. Outside Trout, tipped, Hubby on top of it. Cobb trying to get it over, and that's the Knights able to do that. And able to get it down 23-20.
Number 4, Heffron, back to serve for the Knights.
Foresters can't quite handle it. And Coach Shondell going to take a timeout with his ladies up 23-21 here in this 4th set. Though Foresters looking to put it away. Won the first set 25-23 and won the third set 25-14. Up by 2 here late. Foresters just 2 points away. What do they need to do?
They need to keep playing their consistent shots that they have been all game. Really, that third set was just so impressive to me, and I'm sure it was to a lot of other people as well. Hopefully they can just kind of, make some smart sets and some smart placements for these next couple kills. But again, only 2 points away from breaking that losing streak, and they know they can do it, and we know that they can do it. It's just them having the confidence for those certain shots, those certain kills, as just a key part.
Well said, Noah. As we'll see, coming out of the timeout, Heffron back to serve. Crowd trying to get behind these ladies, looking to put away the Knights in 4. Hubby going to Mallers, sliding it through, that's down, and we're looking at a game point now. Beaver coming in for Carpenter. Plethora of options where this final point could come from. Mallers back to serve.
24-21.
In the middle, hit at the net. Played over now, Hubby going to Gurwell. Lay right on it. Hubby out to Beaver. Outside Bus. Cobb keeping it alive, hits the light on the way down. Forster's still on top of it though. Bus with the hit, blocked out of bounds.
It's still a great heads-up play by the Lady Foresters.
We see Stevenson and Howley coming in. Bus and Heinrich going to take a seat, and now be Howley back to serve. Had some trouble serving earlier in the game. Only a freshman could feel some pressure here.
That was close to coming out as well. Would have been interesting to see where that would have landed if the Foresters would have let that go.
And a timeout here from Coach Shondell. 24-23, and I agree with you, Noah. I thought it might have been on cue there. We might have seen that one go out of bounds, but Mallers and Cobb both electing to go for it, and miscommunication there keeps the Knights right in this set.
It's very interesting to see what the Forster coach is telling his players right now. He's probably just saying, we need to calm down a little bit. We really need to just focus on this next point. Really, again, the Forsters have been playing great defense this entire match, and that's exactly what they're going to have to play right now. So nothing new for the Forsters right now, especially because they are in their fourth set. They know exactly what they need to do as a team and how they need to communicate, so they just need to go out there and simply do it.
Game point here again for Huntington. Howley now back to serve again. Pressure time. Great serve though. Hubby setting up Beaver. Slides it down and in! And the Foresters come away with the victory in 4 sets, taking down the Knights 25-23 in this 4th and final set. What a victory that was, Noah, for the Foresters.
Yeah, that was definitely needed for their confidence in later matches. It's going to be great to see their next match. And I'm really glad that they were able to have that confidence, come out with a win. And it shows that they've really been working hard in practice with the consistency of all of their playing. And it's great to see that it has paid off once again for them.
Yeah, the Foresters there coming out with a big 4-set victory, winning the first one 25-23, losing the second one 25-21. And then winning the third set 25-14 and taking this 4th set 25-23. Noah, how big do you think the crowd was in hyping up these ladies?
Honestly, they were impressive to me. It's great to see the basketball players able to support them in what they're doing. And I'm proud of everybody that came out and took time off to not study. Our parents are probably saying something different, but it's okay. And it's been great to watch these students support other fellow students, and just grateful that Huntington came out and got a win tonight.
Forester is going to be right back in action, going to be taking on St. Francis next on the road. Have a couple of road games, taking on St. Francis on September the 16th and going right to Spring Arbor on the 17th. Then they have Grace again on the 23rd. Next home game going to be against Indiana Wesleyan, the arch rival here of the Foresters. Going to have them at home on September 24th, looking to, string together some victories here and get themselves back on the winning track, Noah.
Yeah, and Iowa is definitely going to be a great test. Iowa, in really any sport that they play, they are very competitive, and it's going to be a great Crossroads League matchup for these Lady Foresters.
So it doesn't get much easier either for Marian. They have Taylor at home, and then Mount Vernon Nazarene also at home. 2 very good teams and top teams in the Crossroads League as well. But for us here at FDN Sports, here inside Platt Arena, Foresters coming away with the 4-set victory. And we'd like to send our congratulations to those Lady Foresters and also Coach Sean Dell and everyone else that came out here. For myself, Logan Hunt, and my colleague Noah Tobias, that'll do it for us here on FDN Sports. Thank you, everyone, and good night.